Seriously though, how do you make a Venom separate from Spider-Man? I'm confused and I'm asking for a friend. I'm Joe Starr. This is Screen Junkies News. Sorry guys, you just look at that footage and you just get distracted. Like, why did they make that movie? Guys, Sony is hell-bent on making a standalone Venom movie that may or may not, but probably not, unless it is, be connected to Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies. This version of the popular anti-hero will star Tom Hardy as the man behind the symbiote, Eddie Brock, and will be directed by Zombieland Helmer Ruben Fleischer. Now, despite some severe mixed signals from everyone involved, the general impression seems to be that Venom will be on an island alone with no friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to call its own. But how exactly would that work? Here to speculate away with me is our own Matt Key.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
You feeling good after watching that 70s Venom?
Every single time I see that, all I can do is stare at his teeth and say, but his teeth should be fine.
His teeth should be fine, right?
His teeth should be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
the symbiote, like,
it's high in fructose, and that's very damaging.
Did the symbiote get into his mouth and it's just like, your teeth are screwed forever, man? Like,
yeah.
I
think that, or just
and
like,
that's what it sounds like.
Freelance photographers have no dental. And so those are just his teeth. I don't know.
It's the same with freelance
It's a hard
writers.
living. It's a tough
hard
living.
not life for
Your
us.
teeth, however, very beautiful. So let's just throw this out at the very beginning to get everyone sort of on the same page.
Sure.
I'm an aunt watching her nephew, and I want to get this kid out of my hair for a little bit, and I give him 50 cents, and I'm like, go see a Venom. I don't know. What am I sending him to see? Who is Venom?
For 50 cents, I don't know. But if you give him...
I'm a very out-of-touch aunt.
Yes, okay. Venom is a Spider-Man villain, pretty intricately, in my opinion, linked to Spider-Man. And the Spider-Man gets a black suit. It ends up being an alien presence that is a symbiote. The alien presence absorbs Spider-Man's powers. Spider-Man gets rid of the alien presence because it's kind of mean and it's making him do bad, mean things and making him hurt.
It's making him jazz dance.
Yeah, it's making him jazz dance and flip his hair. And when he gets the symbiote off of him, it gets to Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock has a grudge against Spider-Man,
right, and
becomes like dark, evil Spider-Man, and then goes on to become an anti-hero.
An anti-hero. So the 90s is what we're kind of saying here.
Sans pouches.
So the past week or two, it's just been a huge back and forth between Pascal and Feige. Yeah. It's just like divorced parents arguing over who gets their kid for Christmas. I guess in this metaphor, the kid is my nephew, and I'm like watching him while they figure out like whose Christmas he's gonna spend with, who's gonna give him better presents. There's been some really weird quotes.
There's some weird stuff. It's been going back and forth for a couple weeks. It started a couple weeks ago with Feige saying no. Then he and Amy Pascal were on a show together over in Europe where she said no, they're definitely connected. Then she came out a couple days later of Twitter saying, no, they're connected in the comic book universe. That's what I was saying.
Right.
Last night, Variety asked Feige, are they connected? And he said, no. Then he went on to say...
No, this is connected, sorry, to clarify, connected to the MCU or connected to Spider-Man at all? Okay, to MCU.
As far as I understand it, to the MCU. And he wrote, no, I think the folks there, meaning Sony, are making a great Venom movie, and I don't know much about it, but I know they're off to a good start with Tom Hardy. So...
That is a wonderful political answer from Kevin Feige. So
then you get Pascal saying this morning to a place called Fandom, Venom is a character that is closely associated with Spidey, and there may be some day where you see them together. You never know.
Okay.
She also says this is the other movies that Sony is going to make and their relationship to this MCU Spider-Man take place in this separate Sony world. Although you're not going to see them in the Marvel Universe, it is in the same reality.
Right. Okay. So what we're saying, like, he's not directly connected to the MCU. He's probably eventually going to be on screen with Spider-Man. Backstage, we're still working out details as to who gets what kind of monies to make that happen. So for now, we've got a Spider-Man-less Venom.
Yes.
I know that there are some comic book arcs that could maybe serve as launching points with that. One of them being Eddie Brock's Lethal Protector. What can you tell me about that?
Lethal Protector, like mid-90s. So Venom, he and Spider-Man kind of have it out with each other. He moves to San Francisco just to get away from Spider-Man. Spider-Man sees footage of Venom actually trying to do the right thing, but not doing it in the best way. goes to San Francisco to confront Venom and be like, look, you're still killing people and hurting people. And he's like, he finds out, oh, he's actually trying to not do that.
Right.
The problem with that is he's still connected to Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, you could do that story, though, without Spider-Man. You just throw in a person that's like, stop killing people. And he's like,
no, you can do that, but where's Venom come from?
Well, I mean,
where does Venom come from?
Here's the
Lethal
thing.
Protector going to San Francisco.
Here's what I think. When you're doing the wait and see, you just sort of wink at the audience, and it's like, you guys know. Like, you know, come on, you guys are smart at this point.
But does your little nephew know?
Maybe not, but who cares? He's my little nephew, and he's still going to buy a Venom shirt. And then for like older fans, you can still be like, "Oh, that spider swinging around," you know, just like in whatever MCU movie it was, where they were like, a guy named Stephen Strange has a wizarding cloak, and they went, oh, and they all just looked directly to camera.
Oh, I know that one, Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I know that
thank you. It was Winter
yeah.
Soldier. I couldn't remember if it's that or Civil War. And so yeah, you just sort of wink and nod, and you do your solo Venom movie.
I think like Lethal Protector is the way to get Venom out of New York, get him away from Spider-Man.
Physically
so
away from a place. Yeah,
so Marvel Studios and their MCU-based Spider-Man can still have his home, and Sony can go do their Spider-Verse over in San Francisco. I do think that's one way to do it. I still have a hard time with, where's Venom even coming from? Why does he have Spider-Man powers?
Sure. You know, here's why I'm less worried about it. I'm ready for, I don't know if it's just we're getting too many good things now, and I'm ready for comic book movies to go back to the Dark Ages a little bit and be like, this origin story is very different from the comic. I don't know. I'm ready to get a little more of that. Like, give me something I'm not expecting.
Sure.
So I'm not just playing Venom bingo with this Venom movie. You could also go Agent Venom.
Sure.
Which is in the comics, that's Flash Thompson, Spider-Man's former bully. He's an army vet. He's disabled, and the army says, hey, we'll put an alien suit on you and you can walk again, and you just have to do like secret agency things for us. And I think you could do that since eventually they're saying, hey, there's a great possibility these characters will meet up in the future, and in Spider-Man Homecoming, Flash Thompson is a child, and that would be a weird Agent Venom.
That would be weird.
Although a child Agent Cody Banks Venom sort of mashup, yeah, I'll watch it. But I think you just replace him with, you just say it's Eddie Brock.
Sure.
You know, just let's cut out some middlemen, cut out some questions. Here's my ultimate Spider-Man-less pitch for a Venom movie.
I have been excited to hear this since we started.
So you say that Venom is directly connected to Peter Parker. I think it's more important that he's directly connected to the 90s. So I want to go full Demolition Man.
Oh,
and
no.
Venom is active. He's doing the Agent Venom thing in the 90s. That way we get Venom in the 90s, and he's fighting thugs wearing Jinko pants. You know what I'm saying? And making pog jokes. And then he gets frozen by the military. But then the Carnage symbiote shows up present day, and they have to unfreeze Venom. So you do this Demolition Man-esque fish out of water story with Venom, where he's like, where did all the Jinko pants and Korn albums go?
Are there seashells?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're absolutely... Well, I think those are in 2017 now. Like, you don't wipe your butt with seashells?
I haven't learned yet. I still haven't learned how to do that.
Okay, because for a second I was like, oh God, what am I doing? So that's my ultimate Venom movie. Amy Pascal, call me. I'm wasted here. So, you know, this could all sort of build up to maybe like a Maximum Carnage thing. That's the big coming out party to link Spider-Man.
I mean, so the rumor with the Venom movie is that there's going to be, oh God, I love Maximum Carnage. What a great story.
What a great Super Nintendo game.
I never played the Super Nintendo game.
Oh, I had the special edition red cartridge.
That does not surprise me in the least.
Sorry, go ahead.
So Maximum Carnage, the Venom movie is rumored to have Carnage as the bad guy in it. So it makes sense that maybe they're building to a Maximum Carnage storyline with Silver Sable, Black Cat, Venom, like maybe that's like a couple movies down the line.
That's going to be your Avengers movie for the Spider-Verse.
For the Spider-Verse, sure, certainly. Because in the Maximum Carnage storyline, what was great is that Spider-Man went up against Carnage, couldn't defeat him on his own because he also had Shriek, who could like rip people's skin off with her voice, stuff like that.
Carrion,
who could like touch people and they like wither and die the longer he's touching them. So like they're wreaking havoc all over Manhattan. Spider-Man can't save the day by himself, so Captain America comes in, Cloak and Dagger come in, but then like Carnage goes and gets the doppelganger from Infinity War, and it's a mess.
Yeah, but I think you could do a controlled mess, and that's sort of your big coming out
and that
party.
Would be awesome. So like he could go get Silver Sable, Black Cat, they could join Venom. Maybe eventually, like Amy Pascal says, Spider-Man's like, ooh, people in San Francisco are having trouble. I better swing out there.
Yeah, and that way both of us are happy.
Yeah.
Mackie, Thanks for talking with me about this. I can't wait until we come back to have this argument about the Clone Saga. Guys, we want to know. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about a Venom solo movie? Do you think it works? Do you think it's dumb? What kind of funny voice is Tom Hardy going to use when he plays Eddie Brock? Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Hit that little bell so you get immediate notifications of all the latest Screen Junkies breaking news. We'll see you next time. Be nice to each other.